This is the Phillies POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Philadelphia Phillies. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Welcome into Locked On Sports Phillies POSTCAST. My name is Mark Farzetta. Happy baseball season, everybody. From everyone that followed me last year on Locked On Sports Philadelphia, we are thrilled. We are excited to be here on Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. My man Connor Thomas gives you the Phillies daily podcast every single day. I am here every single game for this baseball season with you to experience the lows, which was, 13 strikeouts to start things off, and then the highs, winning 7-3, including home runs from Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, and then the big hit by Alec Bohm there in the 10th to get things going again there for the Phillies and solidify the win. Hey, even JT Realmuto got a trip ball. How about that? And bottom line, Phillies 1-0 to start things off. But welcome in to Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. I'm Mark Farzetta. This is your postcast that we'll be giving you after every Phillies game. For those that, again, did follow last year on Locked On Sports Philadelphia, thank you for coming over here to this channel. We look forward to building this brand even more so than last year for Locked On Sports. So welcome in. We got so many things to get to, but let's start it off right here.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Player of the game, Zack Wheeler, many nominees for player of the game. You go Bryce Harper with his home run, Zack Wheeler with his 6 innings, 1 run, 8 strikeouts. But one player today is the player that sticks out the most for me, and that is the man who trimmed his hair just a little bit, the man they call Raffy, Alec Bohm, who, when he is at the plate with runners in scoring position in clutch situations, you know what he is? He's in his happy place. That's where he is. He's in his natural habitat. That giraffe is in his natural habitat. And he came up clutch for the Phillies there in the 10th inning. He stepped up to the plate and roped a double into the left center field gap to plate 2, breaking the 3-3 tie, making it a 5-3 Phillies lead. Then JT Realmuto added more. And I'll tell you this, with Bohm's hit, you knew there was 2 outs in the inning. You knew Bryce Harper was on first base, so he's going to be going on contact. And that ball took a long time to get there to the wall. And rather, your outfielders there in D.C. took a long time to get to that ball. And Harper scored from first base to make sure you got a 2-run and not a 1-run double there for your fighting Phils. Then JT Realmuto stepped up later in the inning and got you that 2-run triple, tack on a few more. And by the time it was all said and done, your Phillies win this game today, 7-3. When you talk about the turning point, let's jump in.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
I could obviously easily double down on Alec Bohm's hit as the turning point, but the turning point for me is what swung it back in the Phillies' favor. Now, 13 strikeouts, okay? And we'll get to Alec Bohm words of that in a second, but 13 strikeouts by MacKenzie Gore, left-handed pitcher going against your Phillies today. 13 of them. Things started to change for the Phillies when Bryce Harper stepped to the plate in the 7th inning. The Phillies are down 1-0. 1-0, yeah. Bryce Harper steps up, jumps on a first pitch fastball, and blasted 415 feet to center field to make it a 1-1 game. Alec Bohm steps up. Unfortunately, took the strikeout on that one on a fastball. They make a pitching change. They bring in Kyle Schwarber. Kyle Schwarber decides he's going to step on the first pitch or swing at the first pitch from Farrer. He hits a sinker down the zone, right field. Oh, my goodness gracious. A bit of a wall scraper, but I'll take it. 1 row back makes it a 2-1 Phillies lead. I'd love to say that it was all Phillies after that. They ended up getting one more insurance run, if you want to call it that, on a wild pitch in the 8th inning. But no doubt in my mind, that's when the good fortune started going for the Phils. Now, of course, they tacked on more in that 10th inning there after Jordan Romano, don't call me Romano, was, what's the word? Oh, terrible. That's what he was. So welcome to the Philly. Anyway, not impressed there. We'll get to that. But this is interesting. 13 strikeouts in total for MacKenzie Gore. 15 strikeouts. Right after the game, they're doing the interview, and I caught it right as I was coming into the studio here. By the way, I hope you like the new digs here, the new studio look here. Okay. Alec Bohm said after the game, when he was asked about the struggles, he's like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't play games at 4:05. Maybe the shadows are a little too much. That's why we struck out like 30 times. He didn't say 13, he said 30 times. And maybe we give the fans here, everywhere, a good product that they want to spend their money on. I thought, Alec Bohm is not short of opinions when it comes to those 4:05 start times and the shadows that I know were referenced many times. Now, the Phillies made an adjustment. And then you could say that in spring training, they led the Grapefruit League in walks, and that's wonderful and all that stuff. Not a lot of people are going to hang their hat on that because ultimately the Phillies are the Phillies, and they're going to be who they always are. But when I'm watching 13 strikeouts to start this game, but yeah, MacKenzie Gore, a good pitcher, 3 ERA against the Phillies last year in 4 starts. I think it was 1-1 in 4 starts against the Phillies last year. He's not a bad pitcher by any means. But when he got 13 strikeouts and he's putting up numbers that you haven't seen since Bob Gibson on opening day, maybe just a little bit more than the Phillies approach and chase rate. 13 strikeouts. By my count, 8 of the punch-outs, okay? 8 of the put-away pitches came on pitches that were out of the zone, and the Phillies chased. Bryce Harper had one early. Brandon Marsh had a couple of them. JT had one of them. Nick Castellanos chased one that was out of the zone. It wasn't a terrible pitch. It wasn't the typical 10 feet outside the box. And Nick Castellanos does the flail that we did so many times last year. But all in all, you're still swinging the pitches out of the strike zone. If you want to blame that all on shadows, and all right, have at it. Alec did not seem too pleased after the game about those shadows and does not seem too pleased about 4:05 start times either. Philly's got a couple of those coming up, so he might not be so happy in the near future. But I know one thing he is happy about is jumping on those first pitch fastballs because both of his hits today came on first pitch fastballs. I know there's a lot of people that hate the first pitch swing, but if you've done your homework and you feel like this particular pitcher is going to start you out with a first pitch fastball, and let's not forget, last year he had a lot of success jumping on first pitches and trying to catch pitchers off guard, especially in those clutch situations with runners in scoring position. And that's what he was able to do again today. Both of his hits, especially the second one, roped as he attacked those first pitch heaters. So great to see that from Alec Bohm, pick up from where he left off last year. If you don't remember from last year or you're new to the postcast scheme here, we're not going to do a full 30 minutes in postcast. We're going to do about 15, 20 minutes in postcast world this year. And I will be reading your comments still right at the end of the show. I want to get everybody's thoughts on it. So if you guys want to chime in on the postcast, feel free to do that. I'll be rattling off those comments at the end of the show as well. When we come back, we're going to talk about from this game, what you'll be talking about tomorrow. And one more thing that jumped out at me from this game in particular that I find interesting that could bleed into game 2 of a 162 game season. That's we return on Locked On Phillies postcast. Let me tell you about Supply House and how great Supply House is. Hopefully, you guys are taking advantage of all they have to offer. Get the supplies you need from the site made for the skilled trades, Supply House. Whether you're in plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is the reliable way to order products online. They're easy to use websites, packed with helpful resources, and the latest product info to help you get the job done right. Plus, with a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts, 400 plus top brands, you'll find exactly what you need delivered fast from coast to coast. Need help with an order? Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading service, so you'll always talk to a real person. And for trade professionals looking for an extra edge, feel free. Oh, man, it's fantastic. Their free trade master program offers exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. Thousands of skilled professionals are already taking advantage, so make sure you get your turn with Supply House at supplyhouse.com. Join the Trade Master program today at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Plus, use promo code SH5 for 5% off your first order. That's supplyhouse.com. And let's not forget about FanDuel, how incredible FanDuel is. March Madness is here. FanDuel is giving you the chance to get in on the action like never before. Right now, new customers can get $200 in bonus bets when your first $5 bet wins. That's $200 in bonus bucks right there. for you. Buzzer beaters, whatever it might be, parlay, Cinderella stories, and in the madness, take advantage of it with FanDuel. Picking your favorites, whatever it might be, a few underdogs yourself and take advantage of that. Stay in all the action with games happening almost every day. There's always something to get excited about, and easy and fast. Let's not forget about that. FanDuel app is simple to use, and when I win, which occasionally does happen, you get paid instantly. No waiting around. So visit FanDuel.com and get in on the college hoops action all tournament long. Let's jump right into what you'll be kicking around tomorrow.
This is what you'll be talking about.
This beyond a shadow of a doubt, is what we'll be talking about tomorrow. It's going to be 13 strikeouts against MacKenzie Gore. That's what you're going to be talking about. And if you look at the Phillies today, just to take a quick look at the box score hit-wise today, you have a strikeout by everybody. Who struck out? Everyone. Brandon Marsh today, holy. 4 strikeouts. JT Realmuto, thank goodness gracious for the 10th inning. 4 strikeouts for him today, but came up with that nice hit to give you the 2 extra innings, 2 extra runs there, obviously in the 10th. But Brandon Marsh, let's not forget, Brandon Marsh, people, was charged with being the Phillies' everyday center fielder. That's what's come out. That's what Rob Thompson has talked about. You're going to get the opportunity. You're going to get the opportunity to be the everyday center fielder. I don't know who Johan Rojas pissed off last year, but it seems like he's pissing off everybody. But anyway, I'd rather give it to him and say, dude, just have at it. Just have at it. Do your thing, brother. And especially later in the game when they have Brandon Marsh trying to lay down a bunt, no thank you. But they have him in there as their center fielder and giving him the opportunities like they did today. His left-handed pitch. And you know how it worked? 4 strikeouts is how it worked. And here's the thing. We can talk about Chase, right? And that was certainly a thing in the early goings of this game. But the other thing that's crazy is Brandon Marsh, his kryptonite, I don't know, it's kryptonite would imply he's Superman, and he's not. Right? But here's the thing. The fastball down the middle of the plate versus a righty or lefty for Brandon Marsh is his kryptonite. It's his Achilles heel. I don't even like making him the Greek god Achilles. But anyway, that's what it is for Brandon Marsh. And today was not a good first step in him being the everyday center fielder, righties and lefties. Last year, 16 home runs for Brandon Marsh. 15 of them, for crying out loud, 15 of them came against right-handed pitching and not left-handed pitching. 1 against left-handed pitching. Supposed to be getting the opportunity for a couple of more home runs, hits, whatever, against left-handed pitching in this season. So we'll see how long that lasts the Phillies. As for Zack Wheeler, I know you'll be talking about him tomorrow as well. As I mentioned, 6 innings today, 8 strikeouts, just 2 hits for Zack Wheeler. 1 run. It was a solo home run, unfortunately. 97 pitches for Zack Wheeler. To Ryan Kirkering, the 2 hits, bogus hits. This is where the box score doesn't tell the story. Ryan Kirkering was fine today. A couple of blunders in the field behind him. Just a couple of dying quails, a couple of ground ball without. No, 2 dying quails, as a matter of fact. So that wasn't great. Jordan Romano was, scary. Not very good today, unfortunately. 29 pitches for him in his 1 inning of work. Only 15 for strikes. No, thank you. Jose Alvarado continued his dominance for spring training, and Matt Strahm. Matt Strahm, maybe you could argue, would go in there instead of Romano, but he ended up being used there in the 10th inning and did his job. Strikeout and also 1 inning of work, 19 pitches. You get to see that from him. Most likely what you'll be talking about tomorrow, but probably because, we don't like to focus too much on what worked. We like to focus on what they need to work on, and what they need to work on certainly is still chasing balls out of the zone. Turn it over to you guys in the chat. See how you guys are doing on the fine opening day victory. Let's start it off right here with Johnny Johnson Wall. If every game is as stressful as this one, I might make it. I might not make it to the end of the season. Ditto. And I'll be here reacting with you guys all along, so you guys can even check my heart rate. It's amped up more than usual right now, but I'm still pretty high strung. No matter what. Sir Sketchable, great first win, boys, with Wheeler hanging with L after pitching great. I said, look, it's a thing every year where you talk about not giving your pitchers run support. Today was an example of that until the 7th inning when Bryce Harper put a charge into one. So schedule, great first win, boys. Yep. Evelyn, what's going on? That's why they call us the Fighting Phils. Skylar Weisberg, what's going on? We got a lot of work on the plate discipline. Hey, let me ask you this just before I get out here. A couple of you, just let me know. What do you think about the shadows? In the shadows. I know that's not the song, but whatever. I couldn't help it. What do you buy into it, or you just say no? It's the same old Phils. You tell me. Ray Amato, what's going on? Let's go Phils. Go Sixers! Great to be back. Thank you, go Sixers. I wish the Sixers would go and end their season, but they still got 9 games left. We'll be back with you guys tomorrow. No, Saturday. Be back with you guys Saturday for the next Sixers game against the Heat. I know we're all really excited. In the 8th inning, Marsh misses a ball that Rojas would have caught, resulting hit ties the game. This is 0 for 4 strikeouts. No, there would have not been extra innings with Marsh. You're right. 0. Great point. You're right. Crawford could have caught that. I like it. Breen, killing it. Weber, hello. They need to shore up their defense a little bit. Sir Sketchable, we had some hard conversations, and these guys will come in with a better approach. Trey leading off the game, giving them a different mindset. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I hear you. Farsi with some updated graphics. Nothing on the studio? Nothing on the new look studio? No. Okay, fine. Elephant in the room. Hello. Rojas makes bad breaks to the ball on the regular, so stop at the Rojas would have caught it. Because you don't know that for sure. I think he's got a better opportunity to catch it. With his wheels, I think he would have. Look, we don't know. But put them both out there at the same time. Forget about a right or left fielder. Just have, 2 center fielders. There you go. Just ideas here. Spitballing here. Jeremy, what's going on? Hi, Mark. I know we won the game today, but can we lay down a damn bunt? I know. So tired of these players lacking fundamentals. Guys like Marsh. Yeah, Marsh is just that was a lost one today. Pat Ryan Wheeler didn't get the L. He had no decision. Right. I don't think that's what I don't forget who said it in the comments. I don't think they're implying that they're leaving him out there in line for an L before the offense finally woke up late in the game. Plate discipline. We got a lot of work on plate discipline. That's why the fight. Yep. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm on the wrong thought. You're right. Okay. Ray Amato. A win is the win, but they can't play like this against the big boys. Yeah, that's why I like starting against like the Nationals. Have a little extended spring training that kind of counts. Get the starters out there. Get everyone in the swing of things, literally and metaphorically. You're back, baby. Shadows. Yes, I do not doubt. Shadows can be a problem. I do not doubt, Pat, that they can be a problem. When I hear Alec Bohm after a game in which he got essentially the game-winning hit, so with great venom in his voice, talk about how he hates shadows and 405 start times, then I'm going to tend to believe a big leaguer. Pat, all good. We're going to have a great season. Amity, what's going on? Laugh out loud. What a treat to watch March strike out 4 times and not be able to bunt. Marsh screwed up 2 plays. Can't wait to see 29 more days of March. Thank you, everybody in the chat. You guys are great as per usual. Whoa. K-Rock Fitness getting in here. What's up, K-Rock? My name is Mark with the C. Anyway, happy opening day. Love being able to watch live, get your thoughts, just like before lifeguarding all the summers. K-Rock and I are friends. And with the news, you're really going back, K-Rock. Thank you. Love it. Let's see here. Evelyn, what's going on? Gotta say, Gore was impressive. He was impressive. Thanks, everybody in the chat. You guys are wonderful as per usual. Here's the deal. I'll be back with you guys Saturday for another Phillies game. Phillies Nationals. How about this? How about the Phillies open up this season with winning a series? Let's just clinch the series tomorrow or Saturday. That's what we'll do. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Make sure you guys are not only subscribing to Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. You're watching Connor Thomas. You're watching Connor Thomas as well with the daily Locked On Phillies podcast. I do the postcast. He does the podcast. That's the way that works. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure you hit like and subscribe on Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. Be back with you guys on Saturday. Looking forward to it. Happy baseball season, everybody. Way to go, Phil. Started off with a W. See you guys then. Bye.